Everyone, welcome to Safety with Pasha. In today's webinar, we will discuss the heat stress management, one of the most critical hazard during summer operations in constructions and the wreck sites, and in drilling and workover. This session cover practical control measures, early warning signs, hydration management, work and rest cycle, and emergency response aligned with OSHA, IOSH, and BOCW recommendations. Yes, let us begin. The best proverb of the heat stress management is beat the heat before heat beats you. It's very important critical hazards in the summer session. In today's webinar, we will cover the topics: what is heat stress management, types of heat illness, early warning signs, work and rest cycle guidelines, hydration is your protection, control to manage heat stress, and the emergency response plan. Yes, Tim, what is heat stress? Heat stress occurs when a body cannot cool itself properly. That is known as heat stress. You can find the different definitions for the heat stress from different authors. With Safety with Pasha, you can learn the complex issues in a simple words. That is, heat stress occurs when a body cannot cool itself properly. Then it is known as heat stress. As you seen in the slides, next slide, types of heat illness. It's all total 4 types. First, a heat rash, the condition. Then for the heat rash, what are the symptoms you can find? That is skin irritation. And what actions we need to take is cool area. We need to take care the IP nearby cool area. And second illness, heat cramps. The muscular pain, as symptoms you will find muscle pain, and actions we require electrolytes. We need to provide electrolytes to IP. And the third illness is heat exhaustion. Yani symptoms you can find the sweating and weakness. For these symptoms, what we need to take actions? We need to take actions. We need to take care our IP to give rest and to provide cool water. And the fourth heat illness is heat stroke. Everyone know about this? If anyone is occur heat stress, you will go directly to unconscious mode. Symptoms you can find unconscious. What actions we need to take? The actions we need to take is emergency. We need to activate our emergency response team. Yes. Note: midday work restrictions should be avoided from the 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock, afternoon 3 o'clock. We need to avoid the work restrictions, and we need to follow buddy system, guys. Where are the high risk areas you can find? In the rig site, yani drilling and workover, oil and gas industry, that is. And second is you can find in the construction site. In the high risk areas of the oil and gas, especially in drilling and workover, you can find the high risk area at rig floor, mud system, mud pump area, power plant, workshop, flare line area, pipe handling area. And the construction site, you can find roof work area, concrete and road work area. Third is excavation and trenching area. Fourth is steel structure and welding area, heavy equipment operations area. And last is very important, that is confined space area, guys. Why we are saying this is a high risk area? Because the direct sunlight exposure to a worker, to a crew, when they are working at different locations, and the high surface temperature, and there is a low limited shade. For this all hazard, for this all symptoms, what are the risks you will find? That is a risk of the heat exhaustion and hydration and the dizziness while working at height and confined space. Okay, guys. Heat reflect from the concrete also, and continuous physical activities. For this purpose, you can find the risk of the heat cramps, excessive sweating and fatigue, guys. You need to take care of our crew. If you learn you can practice, and if you practice, then you can protect our crew, guys. That is very very important. As a safety professional, we need to learn, and we need to think, and we need to implement in a practical way. Then we can protect our crew. Okay, guys. And next slide, I am discussing about what are the causes of heat stress. The causes of heat stress are the high temperature, high humidity, direct sunlight, heavy PPE, poor hydration, long working hours. And the very very important, that is early warning symptoms. What symptoms you will find if anyone is affected as a heat stroke? The first is dizziness. He will find first dizziness, headache. Third is heavy sweating, and fourth is a confusion. He unable to his job. He have everything in confusion. And third is muscular cramps. And last six is fast heartbeat. These are the 6 early warning symptoms. If anyone is affected these all 6 symptoms, just we need to give him rest for his while time. Then he will recover. Then he will start his duty, guys. How we need to manage hydration management? We need to drink water before thirsty. Before feeling thirsty, drink water before feeling thirsty. For 250 ml every 20 minutes we need to provide. It depends on the body of each and everyone. 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It varies on the different bodies. Avoid excessive teas and coffee, guys. And fourth is electrolyte use. We need to use our electrolyte as medic or doctor advice. And fifth is a lemon juice arrangement. This is a very basic need. It can protect you from the heat stroke, guys. And sixth is a ice water availability, yani igloos. And the work and rest cycle, guys. If the temperature is 32 degrees, then any worker should be work for 45 minutes, and he need to take rest for 15 minutes. If the temperature is 38 degrees, then he need to work for 30 minutes itself, and he need to take rest for 30 minutes. If the temperature is above 42 degrees, then work should be restricted, and only stop all non-essential works. Okay, guys. And some of the countries like Gulf countries, you can find from the 11 o'clock to 3 o'clock there will be no work because the temperature is high, above 40 degrees. That's why they used to stop all the jobs from between 11 o'clock early morning and afternoon 3 o'clock. That's why I used to say in previous slides also, we need to avoid midday work restrictions, guys, and we need to follow Buddhist systems. Okay. Then what are the control measures we need to take for the heat stress to avoid any heat stroke? As a safety professional, we need to implement hierarchy method. First is engineering control. Second is administrative control. Third is PPE control. In engineering control, you can find the fans, air conditioning, and second is ventilation, proper ventilation, and third is shed area. Second administrative hierarchy method is administrative control. For every day, we need to discuss about hazards and control measures in our toolbox stock. Second is rotation. We need to provide rotation to our crews and helpers. And third is water breaks. We need to give them water breaks. And third hierarchy method is PPE control, personal protective equipment controls. First in this, cooling towels. We need to provide cooling towels. And second is light color fire resistant coveralls and neck shade. These all cooling PPEs are provided by the multinational companies like neighbors, Weatherford, they used to provide this all cooling summer PPEs, guys. At last, I am closing this. This is emergency response. Emergency response, I used to discuss step by step. It's very simple. Shift the worker to a shed area. Shift the worker shed area. Yani if anyone is affected in a heat stroke, we need to shift the workers in a safe area, that is cooling area, and remove the excess PPE. Yani we need to remove the coveralls, shoes, this all PPE, and we need to provide give cool water to IP. And fourth is apply cooling. And fifth is inform the medic or a doctor. Some of the oil and gas, they used to call the medic, and some of the construction site you can find the doctors. And sixth is the personnel. If the medics and doctors are unable to control the IP, we need to call the external support, like emergency numbers in India 106 or 100, in Kuwait 10160. These are some critical emergency numbers we need to activate when our medics and doctors are not controlled. And at last, we need to stop the work if required. Have you understand, guys? Everyone, this is the emergency response plan when anyone is affected in a heat stroke. Okay, guys. Just first is shift the worker in a shade area and remove the PPE, give the cool water, apply the cooling, inform the medic or doctor. 6 is external support emergency number. We need to call the emergency external support. And last is stop the work. These are some basic emergency response, guys. This is as you know, I already said if you learn with safety with Pasha, we will provide you complex methods, complex steps in a simple steps we will provide you. This is a professional's way we will provide you in a simple steps. At last, case study. This is a very, very important, guys. What are the incidents or examples? Still no incidents are happened in the summer. That is, worker is exposed to direct sunlight and the missed hydration breaks. And third is complaint of dizziness. Fourth is collapse due to heat exhaustion. Fifth is stop the immediately. Yes. What lesson learned from this all case studies? Early reporting and hydration saves the life. Early reporting and the hydrations. Both I am saying reporting, hydration. If you report this all, this saves the lives of anyone, guys. At last, I need to say one thing. Prevention of heat stress is not only a safety requirement, it's an operational responsibility. I will repeat, prevention of heat stress is not only a requirement, it's an operational responsibility. Say, safety is not only a procedure, it's a responsibility to protect the lives. Safety is not only a procedure, it's a responsibility to protect lives. And as I appreciate to everyone who are participate in the webinar, thank you so much. Thank you for valuable time. Thank you, Safety with Pasha, and don't forget to like and subscribe and share my YouTube channel, Safety with Pasha. Thank you, team. Thank you.